Hi, my name is Connie. With Christmas behind us, now we can start to focus on ending the year with closure and starting the year with a new focus. It's the most heartfelt time of the year for me because lots of changes took place in the last 2 years, and it meant some friendships needed to end and new boundaries were set for some family members of mine. But all in all, great changes were made. But with change, we all experience sadness and anxiety to an extent, or at least I do. This past Christmas weekend, we were playing a game of dominoes, and after the game, my younger son lined up these dominoes in a C curve and knocked one down, and of course all the dominoes began to fall. And this got me thinking about the domino effect, which is the cumulative effect produced when one event sets off a chain of similar events. Similar to the domino effect, I want to talk today about the inflammatory effect in our bodies. So yesterday, I had to explain to a young woman patient of mine who was struggling for years with low back pain, irregular periods, and gastritis. Not only that, she was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes and hypothyroidism. And in her early 20s, she had low back surgery due to disc degeneration. So the ultimate reason for her visit was her endometriosis, which was causing severe pelvic pain in addition to her low back pain. She was offered surgery to remove all the adhesions, and she asked for an alternative solution before going under the knife. And her doctor recommended her to come see me. Those of you who don't know what endometriosis is, it's a condition where the endometrium, the tissue that lines the inside of a woman's uterus, it grows outside of the uterus. And this tissue thickens and breaks down and bleeds with every menstrual cycle. However, since this tissue has been displaced outside of the uterus, it can form cysts around the ovaries, which are called endometriomas. These endometriomas can irritate the tissue and form scar tissue and adhesions, causing pelvic tissues and organs to stick to one another, which we call frozen pelvis. This can cause severe pelvic pain, which can be debilitating and cause continued bleeding. My patient wanted answers from me specific to her endometriosis. However, I told her that we needed to look at her condition more globally. To do that, we needed to focus on what was fueling her inflammation, which is the root cause of all her symptoms, including endometriosis, gastritis, and low back pain. As I mentioned, she also was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at just 18 years of age, and hypothyroidism coupled together. And as a result, she was placed on multiple medications, including anti-inflammatories to ease the pain, Zantac to keep her gastritis from flaring due to anti-inflammatory medications, insulin shots for her diabetes, and synthetic thyroid for her hypothyroidism, and hormones to control the bleeding. To add to her growing list of symptoms, she was developing high blood pressure. So here's what I told her. I told her that she was born with a certain set of genes, and it's the deck of cards where we're all dealt with. It's how you play your deck of cards in terms of lifestyle choices, from eating healthy to unhealthy, stress levels, exercise, daily habits, etc., that will turn on the dormant sick genes and upregulate the inflammation in a similar way as the domino effect I referenced earlier. Our bodies have a miraculous way of trying hard to balance itself. It's when there's overwhelming insults caused by toxins from unhealthy foods, the stress, and overall bad habits that our bodies tend to upregulate the inflammatory pathways to fight off the insults. When the body starts to deteriorate and lose the battle, it breaks and reacts by forming adhesions, in some cases cancer cells, cysts, or turns on itself, such as autoimmunity. So the solution, isn't it intuitive that you would want to strengthen the host? That's you, by healing the gut and giving it nutrients to strengthen its army, which is our immune system, and natural anti-inflammatories in a form of vitamins and nutrients that body lacks to begin with to resolve this imbalance. In my opinion, adding medications for each symptom often fuels the fire, which is the inflammation. And yes, some of us need medications to keep our disease under control, but I believe that that shouldn't be the only thing that you are doing to help your body fend off disease. I believe in taking responsibility for our bodies. Believe me, no one else will. And those of you who's experienced being sick know that nobody understands your pain like you do. So coming back to the domino effect, which effect would you want to occur in your body? It can tip two ways, causing more disease or dis-ease or ease and balance. I created a simple life-changing process, a step-by-step protocol to hold your hand through making some changes in your life. And yes, your mind will resist you, but that's why I've made the process easier by making it step-by-step so that you can follow easily and follow through long-term. I want you to visit alkalinedetoxprotocol.com to get started today. It's a free course I've created to get you on your way to lose weight, feel better, and keep your weight off too. As we look to the new year, I wanted to challenge you to start thinking about everything you're feeding your body. We are inundated with so much stimulation. And with so much input, our minds become frazzled and paralysis sets in, so we do nothing. So as we approach the new year, perhaps be mindful of what you take in, what you watch, what you hear, what you think, what you eat, how you exercise, and who you choose to be around. Remember, you choose what you take in. So how exactly do you want to play dominoes this year? Please leave me some comments and questions. Love to hear from you. And see you next week.